Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stellaris, the community game. For those of you joining me for the first time ever, my name is Sabouts, and if you're returning to my channel for another series, I'd like to welcome you back. The community game is something that I organized over the course of the last 2 weeks, which allowed members of my subscriber community to join me in a game of Stellaris and play. So we're here, we're hosting the game. We had about 9 or so people show up, and we've peppered some AI in here. We've got 2 fallen empires and everything like that. You'll actually see the settings here pop up on the screen. So if you're interested, you can pause and actually look at the settings that I've set in the game. I won't go over all of them, but they'll be up there for you to see. But yeah, I'll be actually observing the whole game, so I'm not going to be playing along, but you can see that I'm going to be able to watch everybody and commentate as things go on, and people will be having communications down here in the bottom. And we'll be able to monitor that as well and occasionally engage with them too. But it's going to be all about me just commentating everything that's going on. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with the settings that I've set up. This is set up to be a very fast game, and it's also set up that potentially none of these players will survive because I've set the end game crisis to happen fairly early, as well as the mid game crisis. And we've thrown those AI in there and up their difficulty a little bit too. So it's very possible that these guys might get crushed if they don't kill each other. But let's go ahead and we're going to unpause the game here. Actually, we're going to unpause it in like another minute or two. I'm going to give people some time here to set their stuff up and to do their thing since we've just got into the game. But why don't we go ahead and look over some of the players that we got, as well as some of the AI players that have made it into the game. This is going to be really interesting for a couple reasons, and I'll explain why in a second. But going down for the players, we've got Jeebus Spawn here. He's playing the as the Tyrannoid. I believe that these guys are a hive. Yes, they are a hive race, so he's going to be playing the hive, which means he's not going to be able to help anybody regardless. Down here, we have the Imperium of Felinity, Mobster, and he's going to be playing as whatever here. Corporate, looks like, maybe. No. What are you? His Highness White Sox. This is great. I love this. So he's actually just playing a Statocracy. Okay, cool. So we've got him there. What else do we got here? We've got Woodrow. Let's see where he is. Oh, he's up here very close to Jeebus. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. Military Junta. Okay. We've got Fallen Shogun in the game. He's over here. I apologize. My dog's in the background with something she probably shouldn't have. He's going to be playing as a artificial intelligence network. We've got Vagrant Hero. He's going to be playing as Irenic Monarchy. Oh, I like these guys. They're very cool looking. They must be a special unit here. We've got Elect Ninja. So everybody seems to be in the same location for the most part. He's going to be playing an intelligence research link. Zephos Demon Slayer. He's going to be playing as... Oh, he's all the way down here at the bottom away from everybody. And he's playing as an industrial production core. I like this. A lot of variety here. This is very exciting. I'm glad everybody's pretty much different. We've got a catalog index. I don't think there's any of the same people. I think we've all got different people in here. So that is going to be our player countries. Now let's take a look at the AI I added in real quick. Now, this is interesting for a couple reasons. I don't know how this happened, but we've got the Tyrannoid back in here. So this is Jeebus Spawn's empire. You can see somehow they've ended up in the game as an AI as well. So it's another hive, and it's literally the same hive as him. Then we've got a swarm, so we've got 2 hives. Oh boy. And then we've got a mega corporation, so we do actually have a corporation in here. The Democratic Uberian, so they are a representative democracy. The Gox Nation down here. We got an illuminated autocracy, the galactic rentier regime. We've got a war council. Okay, very interesting. For the fallen empires, fallen empire is over here, and we've got another fallen empire right here, and right here. And then we've got our mid game one here. A stagnant ascendancy. What are you guys? Okay, you're the stagnant ascendancy. What are you? You're both stagnant ascendancies? No, enigmatic observers. Okay, nice. All right, perfect. Okay, so we've got everybody in the game here. This is good. Let's go ahead and unpause and get this bad boy started. All right, we're gonna go ahead and up the speed here to fast. See if hopefully everybody can keep up. If they don't, then we might have to cut it back. But I'm hoping we'll have everybody keep up here. And we're going to start seeing how everybody branches out. I can already see some science ships off. So yeah, that's interesting. This is the most interesting already in the beginning of the game. This is definitely the most interesting take. Having two of the same race in the game and one being AI controlled. I don't know how that's happened. I don't even know if that's technically, I don't even know if that's something that normally happens, but it did. So I guess we'll just have to put up with it. No, I said I wasn't going to re-roll whatever happened. So this is what it is. Taking a look at the hyper lanes here. I just want to look at how everybody is set up. We can see Jeebus spawn here. He's got a fairly nice starting area, some decent choke points. If he does expand out, he can expand out to a point where he could actually have 3 choke points here. So that's not too bad. What else? Okay, so Zephos Demon Slayer actually has a really nice area. He's got plenty of room to expand and grow. He's got a nice choke point over here. He could actually potentially limit himself down to 2 choke points and fill this whole back area here. And that'll give him a really nice starting area. But you've got 2 fallen empires really close by him, so he's going to have a hard time down there dealing with that. I'm going to steal this thing from my dog here because she's had about enough of it. Come here, you. Apologize about that. She went and grabbed the most loudest toy she owns to play with. All right, so yeah, the Gox Nation. Who is the Gox Nation? Who is playing as the Gox Nation? Okay, that's an AI, so that won't be a player that has to worry about that. Same with the Galactic Rontor regime. So it's mainly going to be Zephos Demon Slayer down here. We'll just call him Demon Slayer. He's going to be the one that's going to have to deal with the fallen empires being the only threat to the south in this other AI nation. Okay. This is interesting that these two are connected together. I wonder if that's going to play an effect later on in the game. All right, what else do we got here for good starting areas? Where's Lord M? So Lord M here. Not as nice. He's pretty close to Fallen here. He has a potential to have some choke points, but not a whole lot. He'd have to expand all the way down here, over here, so he's kind of out in the open. He also is going to have to deal with probably running into Fallen at some point, maybe around this bend, although that's the only place that they can actually reach each other. He's completely cut off on the Galactic South. I'm going to be referring to it as Galactic North, East, South, and West for the duration of the series here. And he's going to have no way to expand south because of the Fallen Empire, and the Fallen Empire could potentially form an issue for him in the future. But he's got some room to expand up north and maybe around here. He does have to deal with these people here. And they are They are the Dujmar Manufacturing, so that's an AI he'll have to fight probably at some point. All right. So how about, so we've got Fallen here. Fallen's actually got a pretty nice, he's got a great choke point. He could take this up here. He's already got, it looks like, his science ship in the area. So potentially he might go up to Scat here and maybe even get the opportunity to realize how good of a choke point that is. Then he could expand to the south. He's either got two options. He could probably create a choke point here, but that would give him a smaller empire. He could push out. He could have a choke point here. He could cut, but once he comes down, it starts to get kind of fuzzy. So at this point, he would have to choke here, here, or here. So this would be a great place to expand to in the early game and try to secure these systems. I definitely don't think that that's a bad idea. All right, I know I've missed a few people here.
Situation log updated.
All right, so he's got this system up here. He's really close to Jeebus, who's here. So they might have some issues. Actually, he's probably dead because he's by two swarms here. He's got Jeebus down here who's playing a Devouring Swarm, and he's got this Devouring Swarm here that's going to probably expand out and fill this whole area. Aside from that, that's actually a really big shame because he's actually in probably the best position to expand, or one of the best positions to expand, because he's got nowheres to go south. He'll run into the swarm really quickly, so he'll have to choke point this pretty quickly if he can to prevent the swarm from being within one jump of his home system. But he's got the possibility to literally expand out to here and find a choke point with Jeebus, and then he could fill this whole north up here. There's another really great choke point over here he could take, and he could have all of this, a choke point down here. So he's actually got a pretty nice area. Not to mention all this is free for the taking. Who's this here? Because they have the best start in the game. Vagrant Hero. Vagrant Hero actually got a fantastic start. He's not going to have to worry about anybody for a long time. He's got plenty of potential here to expand and grow. He could bring all the way down to this system. We got a choke point here. That'd be great for him, and somewhere over here, probably up against Woodrow. If Woodrow here decides to expand out in this direction. If he realizes where he's pinched here at some point, then he's definitely going to have to do that. What's Vagrant Hero see right now? So he kind of sees a little bit of what he's got to deal with. All right. He's got one of the best spots in the game. This is where I would want to be right now, I think, in this whole game. Down here, though, the Imperium of Flenity here, being played by Mobster. He's not in too bad of an area either, but he's going to have to deal with this hive here. He's got to deal with the Gox Nation and the Galactic Rontour regime. So he's actually got 3 AIs by him, and one of them are going to be playing very aggressively. Now, he don't have a very good choke point for his home system, so that's unfortunate. He'd have to take here and here to really secure himself a nice choke point against these 3 AI empires, but he's got a great backdoor expansion. There's no reason he couldn't have all these systems and either have 2 choke points here with defensive bases, or he could even maybe take this. But his chances of taking Oreb here might be really low, seeming that the hive here is going to expand very quickly, and it kind of depends on what direction they expand in. So, and we got another AI empire north of here still, though. I'm definitely thinking that Vagrant Hero's got the best spot here. This is all empty up here, which is crazy. And that's the caravan. All right. Have we saw Alec Ninja yet?
Situation log updated.
Okay, so he's up here. His area isn't bad. He's going to have to deal with the Borg Absorbers and the Fallen Index. So this is going to be kind of tricky for him. We've got 3 of them all crammed into this one area. And whether or not they play hostile with each other or they friend up, they've got a real rare opportunity here. They could potentially create some type of federation because of the way they're all bumped together here. I don't think that any of them, artificial intelligence networks, so none of them that I know of are a race that can't be allied with other people. Intelligence research link. Oh, they're all robots, aren't they? Are they all robots? I don't think so, though. The Borg absorbers are not. Oh, they are all robots. Ooh, they've got. Okay. So maybe we'll see something form here. There's definitely that possibility, especially with the threat of a swarm right to the north. They may, and a fallen empire to the south and to the southeast here, the southeast, they may find themselves surrounded by enemies and needing to create an alliance. I'm picturing, this is my prediction, my early episode 1 prediction. I'm picturing some type of alliance going on here between these three for sure. These guys are robots too. They're an AI robot though, but that doesn't mean that there's not a possibility here. They're already going to have some positive. Oh no, they're not. They're not. No, they're actually a mega corporation. That's right. I believe they are the only mega corporation in the game, which I'm glad that the AI generated one. I was surprised that no human players took a mega corporation, but I guess that's what happens sometimes. Everybody's going to play what they want, so we actually didn't get a mega corporation for this one as a human player, but at least the AI gave us one, so that's good. Yep, so my initial game predictions right out the bat. I'm predicting some type of alliance between these three forming to counteract the threats that surround them from the south, southeast, the north, and the west. I'm predicting a lot of fighting up here. I really think that Woodrow is probably going to have an early game death if he doesn't move quick to secure his location. The Yesvarian swarm here already spreading into 3 systems here. They're going to spread very quickly. So I'm predicting basically Woodrow being cut off from all other normal races. He's going to find himself in deep crap very quickly. He's going to be fighting 2 swarms, one of them player-based and one of them being the AI. So he's definitely going to be in trouble if he doesn't grow quickly. And he has the potential over here to the east, maybe allying Vagrant Hero. They would definitely make great allies if he grew up here and they ended up not being hostile to each other. They could definitely aid each other in fighting off the swarm, but it'll just be a matter of time of whether or not they find each other and identify the threat early enough before it grows into a serious problem. Down here in the bottom, I'm seeing this empire here having some severe difficulties with expanding. One, because they're coupled with a hive to the north, which is going to want to expand out and be very aggressive. And then they've got AIs all around them that are going to cut off most of their expansion if they don't quickly take up this back part. I'm going to say that the hive is probably going to put a lot of pressure on these AI empires nearby. So that is a benefit to him. He won't have to fight the hive as early on. Hopefully these AI empires might crush that hive there and then he won't have to worry about it. But that's kind of what I see down there happening. My prediction down here for Demon Slayer, he's got plenty of room to grow. I think he's going to be an extremely powerful player come mid-game. He's going to have really no issues. The Fallen Empire won't give him any problems. If he expands up to here and locates the Fallen Empire, he won't. I'm sure he won't do anything crazy to build around him, and they're not really anything he's got to worry about, anyways. Yeah, I don't think that these are people he has to worry about. I think that he's going to have no issue here with that. Just a stagnant ascendancy, so good for him. Yeah, he's got the potential to really grow. The Gox Nation to the north might be his only threat. There's a possibility there. Illuminated Autocracy. They're militarists and they're a materialist. They're poised national purity. They got a xenophobe ethics attraction. Yeah, they're going to be a problem for both him and for Mobster right here. These two, yeah, they'll have a problem with that. But if they team up, they could definitely take them on together. So this isn't actually too bad. If they expand and find each other quick enough, right now they don't know. We'll actually just take a look real quick at where everybody stands.
Situation log updated.
So we can see what they've got here. We'll be able to watch people jumping up in the chart here too as their power goes up and down. So he already got a pretty good expansion out. He hasn't ran into anybody yet. Xeno's Demon Slayer here. He can kind of see. He sees his choke point here, and he sees a choke point here, so that's not bad. Mobster, he hasn't located anybody yet, surprisingly. He's actually got 3 science ships though, so he's playing pretty hungry. He sees his choke points here, and he's hopefully going to find this back area here that's not filled and realize that he can fill that. Vagrant's pretty lucky. He does have an alien menace here, but other than that, he doesn't seem to see too much. He doesn't know yet that he's actually got one of the best starts in the game, so we'll see how long it takes for him to find out.
Log updated.
Still not fully expanding out here yet. He's got a science ship, and he has moved into a system. He has found a habitable planet for him, so that's good. And lots of science ships. He's out, pushing out. He sees he's got a choke here, here, and here. He hasn't found anybody yet either, so nobody has found anybody just yet. I don't know where the Leviathans are in the game. I wish that they were better highlighted so that you could see. I wish that they were like... See, it doesn't actually seem to give you the... like a way to actually see them, which really sucks. I kind of want to see... So we got the psionic entity over here. Nobody's going to find that for a while. So that's a little unfortunate. Amoeba, Ruby. I'm going to try to check some of these out here. Just see if we can find any of the Leviathans. I kind of want to know where they are in relevance to everybody. So no Leviathans here. That's pretty lucky for them. Ruby Swarm, Void Cloud. Okay, Emerald Roamers up here. Science Ship. Okay, because Leviathans could totally impact how people expand and grow. Asset protection unit here, but that's not a Leviathan, but there is that there. Ancient mining drones and more asset protection units over here. So that devouring swarm might have to deal with that. Space amoeba, we've got a void cloud. Up here, we've got the scavenger bot in this system all the way to the north. Okay, so who's going to find that first? That could yield some pretty interesting tech bonuses. Not to mention, I think that system, 20 minerals. So that'll be a really crazy system if somebody gets it. Believe it or not, Woodrow is in a prime spot to be able to expand up there and deal with all of that. So hopefully he gets the opportunity to do that and he realizes it. Ancient mining drones, mining drones. He's got a lot of mining drones. We got a space whale, some more mining drones. Okay. Down here coming around. I know I've missed a few of these. We've got the Infinity Machine here. All right, cool. And who is actually poised to take that? Nobody really. The AI mostly. The Hive actually. Felinity here already expanding out to secure his first choke point. Very, very smart move on his part. He does not have any Leviathans around him. I was wondering if we've got void clouds, if we'd see the fortress. Because that's always interesting. Creates an interesting choke point. Space amoebas. Demented hatchling. Insane hatchling. What is this? It's a construction ship. Okay. That's just the name of them. Space amoeba hunters. Okay. I don't even think I've seen those before. And here... How about down here? More space amoeba. Void cloud in the singularity system. The ruby swarm. Okay, so I think that's everything. I think I've covered everything. So we've got the psionic entity. the scavenger bot, and then over here we've got the infinity machine. I think those are the only 3 Leviathans we have. I don't see any more. I don't see the dragon. Or anything like that. So, okay. That'll be interesting that we've only got those 3. But, alright, we're going to cut it off here since we're out of time for this first episode. This is going to be a really, really fun series. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I would encourage you to subscribe so you can keep up with these videos. And if you really enjoy this, go ahead and leave a like. Lets me know that this is content that you guys want to continue seeing. If you're also interested in participating in the next community game, feel free to join my Discord. That's where I post most of the information, but you can also subscribe and find it in my community channel area. That's where I'll post any upcoming community games, etc., and you'll be able to jump into stuff like this as well. I want to do this a lot more often, so this is something you could definitely look forward to if you hang around for a while and look out for it. With that being said, we'll end it off here. I want to thank you all for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time.